like you just saw they want me. So basically the point is I just talk a lot and I love doing that. So I thought maybe just channelize that more constructively into Rangoli. But well, on a serious note, being applying for these two positions, I believe I want to basically talk about three points that as public relations or marketing one needs to consider. Is that you first thing is that for the most important function of Rangoli, I believe, is maintaining coordination and giving timely information to the new incoming batch. And in doing so, we can just give them some confidence that the organization works well, and then we can actually encourage them to join with us. Coming to that is related to that is my second point that I want to focus on, is that I've noticed one thing that most of us, including me being one of them, that we weren't really involved in the events before and after. We used to just see and say, okay, there's an event, we attended, we had fun. But then I believe if we have more involvement from both our batch and the incoming batch and the seniors, so there that would be really great, because we could have better events. And the third point is that for any organization's function, like we just had this regular talk, that we have to be in good communication with other for collaborations or anything that we consider. We have to really communicate well our points across so that we can convince them well. And I believe I can actually contribute to that and try and put forth our premise really strongly across. So these are the three most important things that I think will get Rangoli across, and at the end of the day, we can do some good work. Thank you.
Go ahead. Guys, please.
Well, 9,000 miles, this is how far we've all been away from home, and still we are here today at 9:30 in the night, and that's because of the love we have for India, right? You can take us out of India, but you can't take India out of us. And this is the Indian that I'm talking about, and that's the reason I want to be a part of this fantastic organization, Rangoli. So, as far as the public relations officer is concerned, I believe that at a place like Penn, you see that most of us, look around you and you see that all of us are from Keys, right? And most of us are grad students, but obviously we're not the only Indians here. So the the major goal that I have as a PRO would be to foster a greater sense of involvement among the Indian student community here at Penn, the undergrads in specific, and also the non-Keys members. Goal number 2 would be to try and get as many people as possible from Indian Student Associations from other universities like Drexel and the University of Sciences, and try to have more events that can get us all together under one roof. Because at the end of the day, we're all Indians, right? And third, I'm actually thinking of a 15-hour policy on our social networking website, like the Facebook, where not a single question that is being posted by any of us goes unanswered for more than 15 hours, right? So if it's unanswered, you at least say, I don't know, right? Something of that sort. So I take care of that. So what I want you to know is, probably all the candidates here are far better than me, better managers, probably know a lot more than I do, but I'm really passionate about it. And given a chance, I definitely want to do well as a PRO and try to bring Penn Rangoli closer to your heartbeat, closer to your head. So, thank you.
My dear friends out here, 4 days ago I had a dream, why not to be a PR officer at our very dear Rangoli, the Indian Association at Penn. Communication is what I love, and management is my strength. I have been constantly learning this skill, being a class representative at my undergrad college for 2 years, and currently an academic liaison at NES GAD board at Penn. My goal is to keep communication going within all the sects of people. So just to throw a few ideas, I would like to have vlogs, which is sort of video blogging, just to add a more personal touch to communication. And secondly, it would be creative and innovative. Secondly, the other thing is to get started with the Rangoli calendar, where we not only post our events, but events happening at HSA, Penn Sargam, Penn Dhamaka, and other fellow associations. My efforts would be more in terms of collaboration and partnership, like my friend said. So as to make Rangoli a bigger, better, new, the best association we have at times. Just to conclude in basic terms, I want Rangoli to create Tehelka, Dhadaka and Dhamaka. On this, this is Karan Darshan and I am from SAS.
Which has been there, because of which that event can't proceed. So what I mean to say by making them an offer they can't refuse is basically getting in touch with each and every board member, getting their ideas, getting them to brainstorm, like first us to brainstorm as a team, and then project our ideas in a way which is not very harsh, which is not very which is not very unconvincing, you can say. Okay. So,
Okay, and
I mean, if you give me a scenario, maybe I can explain.
okay, because the specific reason I asked you this is typically when it comes to organizing events with other student bodies or friends, all it comes down to is money at the end of the day. It's about who's willing to put in how much. And
That's what these guys are going to break their heads over, and I'm going to
but like when you're on the board. Okay, so I'll give you a scenario where the Rangoli student budget for a month for the entire semester is probably, if you break it down, a daily budget of any club in Wharton or any other equivalent club at Penn. So when you have that, when you don't have anything to bargain with, what you said bullet point, but how exactly do you convince someone to work with you when you have nothing to bring to the table that they don't already have? They have manpower, they have ideas, they have everything that you have. What do you think is so special about Rangoli that you would be able to leverage in order to get them to the table and work with you?
Okay, so one of the biggest advantages Rangoli has is the amount of people we have. So, for example, if they have an event which they are trying to promote, which they are trying to get leverage out of, which they are trying to get money out of for their own purposes, what we can do as a team is that we can promote that event in Rangoli, and then we can get our people to go to that event, not exactly force them, but then we can generate interest about that event. And what we can do is we can say that, see, we have gotten like say 50 people from Rangoli to attend your event. That in a way funded your board, or that in a way has sort of accelerated or promoted your own event. So what we can do is we can project ideas from other boards if we have nothing to leverage with in our vast group of members, and what we can do is we can use them as a resource. And like, I mean, basically what any organization wants is that their event to be a success. So if they want their event to be a success, they need a lot of people. If they need a lot of people, we have a lot of people.
Okay. I have one last question for all of you all. So when you're the PRO at Rangoli, as simple as it sounds, one of the major functions is moderating the Facebook page. And as you guys have seen, often it gets pretty dicey, you know, when there are different people with different viewpoints. So you need to balance things out. So I want example, whether you're going to tell me a situation where there have been times where you were stuck between a rock and a hard place, and how you dealt with it politically, diplomatically, and how you came out of it. I think I'll thought about it. I think I'll what?
I want my question. I refuse to answer in my That's why I refuse to answer.
Okay, just give me a general example of where you've been in such a situation, how you dealt with it. Like all of you, not just you. Like, you choose to shout out.
So like, when I'm talking about balancing things and avoiding chaos, so one idea that comes to my mind is like, we have friends like outside the Rangoli board and inside the board also, right? So we can assign a team of members for certain areas, I mean, who would specifically respond to areas relating housing or stuff like that. So that would avoid the chaos, and yet we could give good answers. Thank you.
Okay.
Um,
My question was, if you're stuck between two parties who have like an argument with each other going on the Facebook page, how would you deal with it, and have you had any similar experience in the past, and how did you deal with it?
I cannot say I've had a similar experience right away, definitely not. But then, when it comes to them having conflicting ideas or sort of a thing on Facebook, then I think it's, a lot of times it is not very serious, but say when it does get serious, then I believe the best way to do that is just, I mean, but what, depends on what kind of thing you're talking about. Let's say, yeah, I mean, if you could just...
I mean, an argument which is getting very, say, for instance, it's getting very personal between two people.
Right.
It's a very personal argument.
Okay.
What would you do? You have the power to delete comments. And,
That is,
yeah.
I don't think deleting comments would look that